Now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this time Rodgers will throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw again. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Rodgers to throw once more. Buying time. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Frank Clark, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33. Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. 36, 36. Run right. Greystone.
Now it's Rodgers. Stepping up. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0.
I don't need to. Get that quarterback, D-line.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They run it again with Williams. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Mahomes He is going to find Hill here. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Night, sweetheart. Check.
Yellow. Attack.
Mahomes now on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Fifty's the mic.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and now it's third down.
Stop here, D. Strong left. In the face.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Alert 3.
Inside.
Alert 3.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
He's coming, double up.
Loco over here.
Check hot route. Hot. Watch out. He get it.
Right now. You got 58. Plant. Motion.
Rodgers now to throw. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
15 yards and leads to third down.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Easy. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Gun.
It's been a long day for you. 24 is the mic.
Here, Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And down inside the 15 he goes. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rodgers going to throw. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 13 yards out. And the Packers get a score closer. Crosby with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check out. Attack. 15.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
43.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Kansas City.
I don't need to.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Lambeau, good night, everybody. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Yellow, I'll go on, 80.
Check, 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 check.
Rip lift.
Check, 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 check. Shoot, shoot.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Check cross, check cross.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 85 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0.
Next to score, Chiefs 7, Packers nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
No, no,
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Over. Check 24. General West.
Here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Check 37. Check 37. Hey, 626. Look again.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And now here comes Kansas City. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He was looking for Watkins that time, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Yellow. Let's go defense.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, here's Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Slam. Check Nick.
So that'll back him up 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Hey, Alpha. No. Here, Mike. 24 is the mic. Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Hey. I said.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Hey, alert 3. Inside. Slow. No. Jim. Motion to the backfield.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Colin Saunders busting through to get him for a loss of 6. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
They can't stop me out here.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Space to maneuver at the 40. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
50. Plant. Go.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's see what you got. Check three, check three. Kelly, don't let Kelly. Over, flip again.
Now Rodgers going to throw again. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Watch right.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Frank Clark in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Wide left.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking deep for Adams. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
Second and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Rodgers. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
We got four. We got four. I got 83.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? Back to pass.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch tight end. Four down.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 64 yards. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And an alley to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Trevor Davis, 104 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 20. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dean Lowry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hill. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He is going to find Hill here. The 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 66 yards, and the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.